Now another chance to see how Rangers became champions on the most dramatic of final days. Celtic slipped up at Fir Park. Rangers took their chance at Easter Road. These were the teams. Hibs showing two changes. Guillaume Berzelin and Ivan Sproul in for Antonio Murray and Amadou Conte. This was the same Rangers team as put 4 goals past Motherwell last Saturday at Ibrox. Referee Kenny Clark, and the commentary comes from Trevor Stephen and Jerry.
So Rangers just preparing to kick off. The famous slope has gone, of course. Alec Ray will be relishing such an occasion. Kenny Clark, the referee, his 34th game of the season this afternoon. He'll be hoping to keep his cards in his pocket. He's issued 10 red and 126 yellow so far. And we have two very committed teams here. So the referee checking his watch, and we're underway at Easter Road in this crucial match. And right away, it's Barry Ferguson launching the long ball forward, looking for the head of Purcell. Little touch there by Aberladze, but the referee stepping in. And Hibernian have the free kick just a few yards outside the penalty area.
Rangers' intentions made pretty clear very, very quickly. Barry Ferguson getting the ball forward, Purcell winning it, Aberladze trying to get the second ball.
So Alec McLeish, last time Hibernian finished third in the Premier League, he was the manager here. There'll be a bit of emotion in him today. He obviously wants his Rangers team to win this championship, but you know, the lads in the studio were mentioning Bobby Williamson earlier, the fine job he did here with young players. Alec McLeish here just before him also helped to rear some of this young team. So it's Ronald Batteros now, the long ball across the halfway line. Rickson's in there ahead of Riordan, and a little nudge there. Kenny Clark right on top of the plate, and Rangers have an opportunity now, breaking forward on that left-hand side. And Michael Ball getting well forward. Referee pointing out now towards the corner flag, and an early chance for some Rangers pressure.
It's all been in the Hibs half so far. And again, long ball being pushed forward on the left-hand side. Michael Ball getting forward, as you say, Jerry, very well. Gives Rickson the opportunity to get the ball in to the Hibs area.
So Fernando Rickson carefully placing the ball. Kire Goss is up there. There's plenty of height and weight, but that one cleared. It's Rickson again now, sending the high one across. And well handled there by Simon Brown. And the Hibs keeper just taking his time here. Just allowing his men to get upfield. But there's the high ball into the middle, and easily taken by the keeper and fired forward now. Carried away by Kyrgios. The Hibs fans claiming a free kick, but getting nothing. Hibs keeping possession now. Almost a nice little ball played through there to a corner, but it was Michael Ball who had the interception. Now it's Fernando Rickson to Nacho Novo. Rickson again, trying to get forward, closed down there by Stephen Glass. Little touch by O'Connor. Riordan tries one, and it's well blocked in the end, and it's Nacho Novo getting it forward towards Purcell. Laid off by him. Alec Ray, you can see he's under pressure right away. There's going to be no breathing space at all in this match. O'Connor rushing in there and making the challenge.
Well, as you would expect, it's 100 miles an hour football so far.
And here come Hibs again. O'Connor trying to take on Andrews, and good effort there. And well, Waterhouse decided just to punch that one away.
Didn't need much of a sight of goal there, Gary O'Connor. And Andrews thought he had it covered. Enough sting in that shot there.
So now the Hibs fans in full cry as the home team forced the play forward, but it's Alec Ray picking up the loose ball there for Rangers, trying to bring Purcell into the game, but he's outnumbered, and it's Gary Caldwell with the long one through to the edge of the Rangers penalty area. Cam defending though by Fernando Rickson, and well, what a season he's had. Named SPFA Player of the Year, joint award with John Hartson of Celtic. McLeish looking rather tense there. The ball runs out of play, and it's Michael Ball now, man who picked up 1 cap for England, suffered quite a few injuries, cost £6.5 million from Everton back in 2001. stringing some games together now for Rangers. Oh, here's Marvin Andrews. Forward to Nacho Novo, to Rickson. Owen Rickson getting involved there with Murray. His play goes on. The referee surely spotted that, but he's way play on, and he might have a word with the players when this eventually reaches its conclusion. But meanwhile, it's Riordan pushing forward to great effect. There's a good break in the right-hand side there. And it's Ivan Sproul cutting into the area, getting past his man, and good play by the Hibs youngster. Got a bit of pace, and certainly caused some problems there.
Well, everything's happening so fast on the field. I feel that it's this near side here where Rickson's trying to get forward and Riordan's starting to get space. That could be crucial as the game goes on. Just something I've noticed, as I say, in the early stages. Rickson is certainly trying to get forward. Tony Mowbray there just encouraging his team. But watch this on this near side. Alex McLeish exactly the same. Just trying to get his team to steady it down. But the battle between Riordan and Rickson on this side should be very interesting. Riordan on the ball here. He wants to get forward, as does Rickson.
And again, it's Hibs causing some pressure here. The long ball forward, a corner battling hard against Andrews. But the referee again well up with the play. And he indicates it's a goal kick to Rangers. So Riordan there certainly has made a decent start to this match, as has Fernando Rickson. He's trying to get down the right-hand side at every opportunity. And here is Rickson again. Closed down by Riordan. Marvin Andrews looking for Turso. It's just beyond him. And Novo was racing in there on the right-hand side. This is Brown. Oh, almost caught there by Buffel, who's been in good form recently, scoring a few goals as well. It's Murray, the Hibernian captain, sending it through. A corner giving chase. Rickson covering a lot of ground there.
Yeah, there's a lot of room on this right-hand side, just because of the nature of the players. Riordan likes to get on the ball, as does Rickson, and I feel that the game could open from this side.
This is Barry Ferguson for Rangers. Kyrgios, the Greek international. Ferguson studying his options. Buffel makes himself available. Ferguson again, looking for Avaladze, who's making a good run into the area, but once again, camp goalkeeping by Simon Brown. Caldwell now, right-footed, high one way across the halfway line. Kyrgios getting a touch, so too does Barry Ferguson. Avaladze as well, but that's hooked away by Gary Smith. And out of play it goes, but again Rickson and Riordan getting involved.
Yeah, you just look at Rickson there, not really getting anywhere near the ball, barging young Riordan out of the play. But you feel a lot of the game's going to go on between these two.
So Riordan flipping it through there, trying to bring Ivan Sproul into the game, but not even his pace could help him out there. Slightly ambitious. Torso going for it, but well, that jumped there by Gary Smith, 34 years of age now, and a steadying influence in this young Hibernian defence. Avaladze climbing again, and Avaladze doing well in the air. That's the second or third he's won in these opening minutes. This time it's Andrews forcing it forward. Brown can't manage to get that one under control, but Whittaker got it through. Thomas Buffel does well though to regain possession for Rangers. He takes the return there from Barry Ferguson. Out now to shot at Avaladze. Avaladze going in the outside of the defender, but just too much in that one. And behind it goes for the goal kick.
Better play there from Rangers, starting with Thomas Buffel. Gets the ball out to Avaladze. Tries to take on Stephen Whittaker. Nothing comes of it. If Avaladze had got his half yard there on Whittaker, he might have just noticed that Rickson again had got 2 or 3 yards on Riordan, and the ball had come over to the far post. Rickson was on his own.
So Kyrgios jumping high for that one, getting another touch. And it's Hibs trying to get forwards here, but the challenge goes in from Andrews, and the referee doesn't like it. And A chance here now for Hibernian to apply some pressure. Kenny Clark had absolutely no doubts about his decision there.
Well, Michael Ball was having a word with Kenny Clark there. Fella Marvin Andrews did nothing wrong with that. And you have to say that was a fair challenge. But it does give Stephen Glass the opportunity to whip a ball in.
And Glass, who normally operates on the left-hand side, he's got a terrific left foot on him. And we'll get the in-swinger here, right in towards the near post. And Rangers living dangerously there. And certainly Stephen Glass is a man that we'll have to watch at the set pieces. His delivery is so good.
Yeah, he strikes a very good ball. Gary O'Connor didn't know much about it. Just came off the back of his head. Just got the better of Marvin Andrews. He was underneath the ball there. So Rangers would have been aggrieved there, I think, if because of that Marvin Andrews tackle was deemed to be a foul.
So just coming up for the 10-minute mark. Oh, there's a mistake by the goalkeeper. Oh, no goes hit the post. That is unbelievable. Simon Brown. Well, what was he thinking of there? He gets away with it, and Nacho Novo, who's failed to score in his last 9 league games, was given a golden opportunity.
Yeah, you see exactly what happened there. Jerry, you mentioned before that there was a bit of moisture on the field, but not there. The ball held up on the turf and deceived Simon Brown in the goal, and Novo misses an open goal.
Well, what an incident that was. If that had gone in, it would certainly have put pressure on elsewhere. But what an incredible opportunity there for Nacho Novo. The ball just spinning. Novo first time it looked net bound, off the post and into the hands of the goalkeeper. And what an escape for Tony Mowbray's first signing from Colchester. So Hibs breathe a sigh of relief, and it's Riordan coming forward now. He's going to try one. Well, he's got the confidence to have a go, has Derek Riordan, and rightly so. 23 goals he's hit this season, but no problem there for the goalkeeper.
A little bit too easy for Rangers, just letting them get a shot in there, getting that shot on goal. He likes to do that all the time. He's particularly strong on his right foot, and if you allow him to come in, he's quite capable of putting one into the top corner of your net. So Rangers must look at that, stop him getting shots.
So Hibs battling again. That's Ivan Sproul trying to get forward, but there's Avanladze stepping in now for Rangers to Alec Gray. Plenty of movement in front of him, and as a Vertus makes himself available, breaking down this right-hand side, trying to get the outside of Smith. Purser doing well, forcing it through, and a chance here for Avanladze, and he's blocked there at the last moment. And Stephen Whittaker, I think, making an important contribution there.
Excellent work there by Dado Perso. Avanladze almost added to the 2 goals he scored last week. Stephen Whittaker just being in the right place at the right time. Good defending on his part.
So Dado Perso, who's been a bit of a scourge to Hibs this season. 4 goals in 3 games against them. As Michael Ball sends that one in. Oh, the keeper struggling a bit again there, but takes it at the second attempt.
Simon Brown be relieved just to get his hands on that. Took 2 attempts to get it. Michael Ball just overhit in his corner there.
So a good long ball by the keeper, and it's Alec Gray deep defending. Touch there by Avanladze. That's out of play though. The assistant referee's flag is up on the far side. What a good interception that was by young Whittaker just a few moments ago to block Avanladze. Here come Rangers again, trying to use the pace of Novo, but the keeper coming well out of his area. Certainly there was cover from skipper Ian Murray. Well, Marvin Andrews continues to play despite his cruciate problems, and so far so good for him. Barry Ferguson under just a little bit of pressure there from Gary O'Connor, but Ferguson quite animated, shouting instructions to his teammate. Fernando Rickson might be the skipper, but Ferguson trying to exert his influence as Avanladze plays across now to Andrews. Again, Perso is calling for it on the edge of the area. Andrews, well, just running out of ideas there, and it's Riordan now. Flipping it forward, and O'Connor giving chase here, does well to keep that one in play. Kyrgiakos coming to meet him, raised there as well. And the ball spinning there towards a corner kick, but from Rangers' point of view, it spun the correct way, and it's Ray now forward for Rickson. Slipped there by Purcell, but it was a difficult ball to get to anyway, but he's in there again, challenging Brown. Good play by Purcell, getting it to Avanladze. He dug in well too. What a game Avanladze's having, both in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, can't keep him out of the action, but just miscued his pass there. What impressed me, there was Dado Purcell hunting down, lost the ball, then hunted it down, won it back for Rangers, and turns the game on its head.
Well, this is about the quickest 15 minutes I can remember a while. It really is going along at a fantastic pace. Two teams committed to attacking football. Might not be over pretty at times, and Hibs have built their reputation this season on a passing game, but every now and again you've got to mix and match, and this afternoon I think this will be more of a battle than pretty patterns.
I think Tony Mowbray set out to keep it as tight as he possibly can in the first 15-20 minutes, Jerry, and not overcommit going forward, and just make sure that there is nothing given away early on in the game.
So again, Novo causing a problem on the edge of the area, but Murray was there with him.
Quite often we're seeing 10 green shirts and a goalkeeper all in their own half, in the Hibs half there, making sure it's difficult for Rangers to move the ball forward.
And once again the referee keeping a close eye on Buffel and Brown. Meanwhile it's Murray with the throw-in for Hibernian. It's Purcell now climbing, getting the nearest touch. Caldwell under a little bit of pressure from Buffel, does well, gets it across there to Stephen Whittaker. Well, Kyrgiakos leaving that to his keeper, and then realising he was putting him in trouble. Well, Ronald Waterhouse coming to the rescue there.
Well, both keepers now have misjudged the ball coming over the top. You saw it with Simon Brown and Nacho Novo's opportunity, and that time Kyrgiakos had to get rid of the ball as Waterhouse was stranded.
Well, Waterhouse has done a fair job since replacing the injured Stefan Klos. 10 international appearances he's made for Holland, so a highly experienced keeper, but a heart-stopping moment for him there. Andrews trying to pick out Purcell. Good climb though by Gary Caldwell. It breaks for Novo. He tried to angle that towards Avanladze, who signals to him, but the intention was good.
Novo trying to pick out Avanladze. A little bit rushed with his pass. He had more time than he thought. Could have been a bit more accurate with the delivery of the pass.
Played out there now for Riordan to chase, but Rickson well ahead of him, and nothing comes of that as the ball runs harmlessly behind. Well, the last time Hibs took third place in the Premier League was back in 2000-2001. That's the man who took them to third spot with 66 points. Well, today Hibernian sitting on 61 points from 37 games. Almost emulating that season under Alec McLeish. Kyrgiakos again under pressure from O'Connor, and play on, says the referee. There's an opportunity here for Hibernian, and it's Andrews who gets in, and the referee playing advantage there, and him still hoping to take advantage of it, and Riordan trying the shot there, but that was good refereeing by Kenny Clark. After Kyrgiakos had made his challenge. Still play rages on, and it's Barry Ferguson now for Rangers. Laid off by Ray to Andrews. It's Ferguson again. Through for Purcell. Nice little turn by him. Out to Avanladze. Avanladze now attacking Whittaker. Ball's coming on the outside to give him an option, but the challenge goes in there from Buzzelin. Still no scoring here at Easter Road as Michael Ball takes this throw, plays it short to Purcell, takes the return, space at a premium. Back it goes to Ferguson. Tees it up for Ray. He's going to try one here. Well, it was certainly worth the trying. But just one goal for Alec Ray this season.
Yeah, he struck it well enough, but not on target. And Alex Ray's goal-scoring record probably speaks for itself. Not the man you'd want to be hitting it from 30 yards, I thought.
So he started the last 4 games now. Alec McLeish hoping he can make a crucial contribution. 31 appearances in total for Alec Ray, including appearances as substitute. So Andrews and Kyriakos going for that one against O'Connor. This is Michael Ball. And well, trapped there by the Rangers manager. But you can see the strain on Alec McLeish's face. There is so much at stake this afternoon. He must look back at some of the points dropped at Ibrox Stadium. It's not just been about the Old Firm games this season. And it's Murray now, the skipper, setting it forward, cut out by Fernando Rickson, laid off by Barry Ferguson. Andrews launching the high one towards Purcell. Caldwell's closing him down. Good turn again by Purcell. Nova's ahead of him. But I'm afraid the effort in the end, rather embarrassing. It was a nice turn to set himself up. There were players coming through in support, but poor effort.
He created his own space very well. And Ian Murray just allowing him to get the shot in as well, just backing off. Just gets a little bobble there. Not his strongest foot anyway. But, not one they care to remember.
As I mentioned earlier, 4 goals this season, and he scored a penalty against Hibernian. He's also missed a penalty against Hibs, but I think Fernando Rickson's taken on that responsibility after some other failures from the spot, particularly from Nacho Novo. So the free kick now, Purcell again involved, and Hibs with a bit of defending to do. Ray takes it short now to Barry Ferguson. To Rickson. Andrews. Looking for Purcell again, but it's well defended. But in any case, the flag had gone up just below us.
Well, you just feel that Hibs are trying to stifle Rangers. Really, the game's become a little bit scrappy. Neither side dominating, but certainly Hibs keeping that back 4 nice and straight. Purcell mistiming his run as the ball came forward. And Hibs are making Rangers play the ball forward, perhaps a little bit sooner than they should be doing. I think Alex McLeish should want his players just to be a bit more composed in midfield.
Of course, a point suits Hibernian this afternoon. It would have to be a very dramatic turnaround and goal difference, in fact, to deprive them of third place and the European spot. So they'll be quite happy, I would imagine, with things so far. They've made a decent start to this match with just over 22 minutes gone. There's still no scoring as Andrews clears, but straight to Riordan. Riordan getting away from Nova, who slipped, and also from Rickson, trying to take on Andrews as well. Just a wee bit ambitious perhaps in the end, but good play by the Hibs youngster again, showing his confidence.
Yeah, he's got plenty of ability in. That's what you like to see. Somebody's prepared to have a go, and he's been doing that all season. Usually there's been a goal on the end of it.
Andrews pointing out towards Novo, again trying to use his pace. Novo gets the touch there. He was challenged, did well, but in the end it came to nothing. But Murray was with him all the way there.
Yeah, just a good ball forward actually from Marvin Andrews, nicely weighted. And, Murray does enough there just to outstrength Novo.
So that's ball getting a touch to Averladze, cut out by Smith, Gary Smith, and Whittaker a bit high there with his challenge against Averladze. And it's a free kick to Rangers, quickly taken by Alec Ray. This is Ferguson. Purcell. Ferguson again. Andrews makes himself available. So Andrews drifting forward down that right-hand side, and Riordan going with him. Now it's Purcell. Rickson's well forward. The ball through to him, and solid challenge there by Murray.
Yeah, that's how competitive the game is. Rickson going in full-blooded, and Ian Murray as well. He was the first of the challenges. The ball ran off, and another challenge followed. Fully committed. And it's not a place for faint hearts here this afternoon.
It's headed on by Glass. Little touch by Novo. Rickson back to Novo. The early shot by him, and a good effort. And that was smart play by Rangers. Quick thinking. And almost brought the opening goal.
Yeah, some nice play there from Rangers. Rickson found Novo in a little bit of space. His snapshot, I think, was covered by Simon Brown. He got down pretty well. Just curved away at the last second.
So Nacho Novo, 24 goals this season, 18 of them in the Championship. But hoping to end a bit of a drought here this afternoon. He's had a couple of opportunities. He struck the post early on after a mistake by Simon Brown, who was deceived by the bounce of the ball. So here's Andrews, willing to get involved in attacks as much as possible. But Rickson can't control that ball from Purso. Smith, cross for Gary Caldwell. Looking to bring Sproul into the game. It's, well policed there though by Michael Ball, and across comes Kyriakos. And Hibernian have the throw in, almost in a line with the Rangers penalty area. Slid off there by Bislin. Cross by Whittaker, picked up now by Scott Brown. Giving Ian Murray a bit of work to do there. It's Brown again, a slip by Buffel as he tried to make a challenge. Caldwell, Bislin, looking for a corner. And balls there, you can see the pace of Ivan Sproul. So they flag up below us, and the free kick to Hibernian. So Purso not happy there, but Rangers caught in an offside position, and not that far inside the Hibernian half. So Caldwell, the angled ball looking for Riordan. Well challenged by Rickson. 27 minutes gone here, still no scoring. And no scoring in the other two matches, Motherwell against Celtic and Aberdeen against Hearts. So everything is going to have to be fought hard for here this afternoon. And at the other grounds,
the game has gone a little bit dead, a little bit scrappy. The crowd just getting to their feet again, just trying to raise some better play from both teams, I suggest. Certainly Alex McLeish, I think he'll just be getting a little bit concerned that his midfielder not being very authoritative in the middle of the park. A lot of Hibs possession at the moment. Barry Ferguson's not featuring too much, either is Alex Ray.
And here come Hibernian again. It's Brown trying to get forward, Bislin as well. But just too much in that for Ivan Sproul. Well, the last 0-0 draw between the clubs was here in April 2001. But the crowd will be hoping to see some goal action. Challenge going in there from Gary Caldwell. And Dado Purso enjoying the physical tussle.
Alex McLeish just saying that Dado Purso was held down by Gary Caldwell. Not happy with that particular decision.
Alec being a defender himself, of course, never got involved in anything like that, but you can see the pressure on him here this afternoon. And Tony Mowbray as well. A bit less on Mowbray, I would suggest, because Hibs look like achieving their goal. Rangers really have to score here and hope nothing happens at Fir Park. Meanwhile, it's Buffel getting in. Alec Ray coming forward now. Well, Avalanche had peeled off towards the far post, but I'm afraid that was not the quality of cross that was required.
Well, Purser did very well initially, and it was Gary Smith who got in the challenge on Buffel, but Alex Ray was caught in two minds there, wasn't sure what to do. Should have maybe shot first time, but his effort when it did come went harmlessly over the bar.
We hear that Celtic have taken the lead, and we'll show you that goal very shortly. Chris Sutton, the scorer of Celtic's goal. Of course, that's brought a loud roar here from the Hibernian fans. So Chris Sutton gives Celtic the lead at Fir Park. So it's Buffel challenging, but Brown stands his ground well. So forward there now by Berslin. O'Connor trying to get away from Andrews. Touch from Kyrgios. Andrews again. Towards Novo. Was holding there by Ian Murray on Thomas Buffel, and Buffel is screaming at Ray there to take that, but in actual fact the referee awarding that to Hibs. Bit of pulling by both players, in fact.
A little bit of afters there. Reardon just leaving his foot in there on Fernando Rickson. Kenny Clark quick to sort it out. Telling Derek Reardon to be sensible, I believe.
So let's have a look at that goal now at Fir Park, which was scored by Chris Sutton. So Celtic 1-0 in the lead, and the perfect start for them here at Easter Road. Rangers now have the proverbial mountain to climb. Hibs have got the bit between their teeth. And there's a challenge going in on Kyrgios. And he's not happy with Stephen Glass. The referee telling the Hibernian player to calm down. And he does go over, as we watch the replay of that, he does go over to offer a handshake.
Yeah, it's late and it's high. And Kenny Clark not handing out a yellow card there. Just felt it was a reasonable challenge, but it was late and as I said, it was high. Perhaps a yellow card might have been the right choice there. I think Rangers now just really have to concentrate on their own initiative and their own target here. Forget about what's going on. They obviously will realise that something's going on with the Celtic game. And still have to try and get the better of Hibs here. And so far they're not doing that.
Of course, Alec McLeish will be consoling himself with the fact that if his team can take the lead here, a draw at Motherwell would not be enough for Celtic. So while Celtic are very much in the driving seat, they do hold a bit of advantage at the moment. So Hibs fans in full cry now. Well, for so many years here, Hibs fans were outnumbered by the fans of Rangers and Celtic, but these days seem to be changing again under Tony Mowbray. O'Connor gets a little break there in that challenge with Andrews. Kyrgios gets it away. Whittaker sending it through now. O'Connor giving chase. And onside too. Alec Ray now. Through for Novo. Didn't reach Barry Ferguson, and Berslin plays it through for Glass. He's well challenged by Kyrgios. Avalanche. What a great effort he's putting in. He's about to leave Rangers, but he's performed well this afternoon. But now a chance for Hibernian to break, and they're playing with a lot of zest, a lot of spirit here. It's Brown surging forward, support from Riordan, but Alec Ray flies into that challenge, and here comes Murray now, just ahead of Purcell, and the referee indicates that's Rangers ball. but you can see the commitment from both sets of players. And look at Ray here.
Yeah, it was a good tackle from Alex Ray, but Scott Brown's shown great pace in midfield. A lot more zip and zest than the Rangers midfield at the moment. Alex Ray coming in with the tackle. But again, the pace of the game is so fast. But there's been not much composed football. All of it huff and puff, but certainly great to watch.
Motherwell 0, Celtic 1, Aberdeen 0, Hearts 0, Hibernian 0, Rangers 0, and it's Rangers trying to get forward, trying to really kick-start their afternoon here, but they're facing a spirited performance from Hibernian. Rickson to Ray. Oh, that's a nice little turnover by Thomas Buffel.
Yeah, I think he had a chance there, Thomas Buffel. It was a great first touch as the ball came in from Alex Ray. This is what makes the opportunity, that touch. Didn't quite catch the shot as he wanted to.
Kyrgios with a powerful header forward. Easily mopped up though. This is Murray. Looking for a corner. Kyrgios gets the touch. Still Hibs keeping on the pressure. It's Whittaker. Well, Rosalyn not quite getting there, but he gets a second bite at it. In comes Ray. And there's going to be a booking for Rosalyn here. With his challenge on Ray, and the referee reacting immediately.
Kenny Clark was right on the spot there as Alex Ray and Bouzoulan came in for this 50-50, and Alex Ray was lucky there not to get caught. I don't think he was caught too badly at all by Bouzoulan, but the intent was certainly there from the Hibs player.
So happily for Rangers, Ray back on his feet, and it's there's another look at it. And, the yellow card rightly shown. So Vateras well out of his area, playing it to Kyrgios, looking for the head of Purso. He gets the touch this time. Here's an opportunity for Buffel, and that's brilliantly blocked there by Gary Smith, but Avalanche gets his head to the ball. Smith's there again for Hibernian. A touch by Barry Ferguson. Avalanche now Ray. Through again for Buffel, who's really fired up for this game, but I'm afraid the flag has gone up.
Yeah, he's starting to become influential, Thomas Buffel. He's got lots of pace. He's very quick and sharp around the box. As the ball comes in here, as you can see, he's straight offside. Just prior to that, he had an opportunity when the ball was knocked down again from Purso. It was Gary Smith who came in and blocked. The ball wouldn't just come down for Buffel, and Gary Smith made an excellent block for Hibs.
The former Feyenoord player, Thomas Buffel, certainly making his mark in this game, but here come Hibs. It's Bouzoulan trying one. Ambitious effort. Avalanche's back in his own half, mopping things up, sending it to Michael Ball. Again looking for Purso. Again he uses his strength, tries to hold his ground, but the challenge going in from Stephen Whittaker, and the referee gives a free kick against Purso.
Once again here, Purso coming in. Stephen Whittaker's approach, wholehearted, getting up early. Purso fouls him from behind there.
So busy afternoon for Kenny Clark, trying to keep on top of everything. Just the one yellow card shown so far to Bouzoulan for a challenge on Alec Ray. This is Brown. Bouzoulan plays it through. It's cut out though by Andrews. Almost breaks for Novo, still work to be done though, and the sliding challenge from Bouzoulan. Played through by Whittaker now, and left by Kyrgios. Well, 4 shutouts Vateras has had in 14 appearances. As he hits that high one forward. Novo, headed away though by Murray. Avalanche is there, he's going to try one. And, for a player just about to leave, he's putting in a mighty effort here this afternoon.
A good effort there from Avalanche. As the ball comes out, Hibs defended well. Even at this point, they were closing Avalanche down. Simon Brown was confident it was going wide. struck it well, but not well enough, not on target.
And of course, he got such a good send-off at Ibrox last week after scoring a couple of goals.
Yeah, he's been a very, very good servant for Rangers, and his goal record has been exceptionally good. It's time to move on. Alex McLeish to sign. There's not a new contract on offer for Arveladze, and he'll be parting with the club in summer.
Well, if it turns out to be an afternoon of really consolation for Alex McLeish, at least the performance of Thomas Buffel so far, and in fact in recent weeks he's been excellent, and scoring 3 goals in fact in the previous 2 games. Quite a lot can be taken from his performances, and perhaps he can be a major force for Rangers next season, but he's got to keep giving top-class performances. Meanwhile, it's Caldwell, cut out by Ferguson. So, coming up for the 40-minute mark, and still no scoring here at Easter Road. At Motherwell, it's Motherwell 0, Celtic 1, Chris Sutton the scorer. At Pittodrie Stadium, Aberdeen 0, Hearts 0. And that certainly suits Hibernian as they chase this final European spot from league football. And that's Riordan now getting a touch with his head, cut out by Andrews. Way well, claims for a high boot there, but the referee right up with the play, waves play on. O'Connor tries to get that one into the middle, and Waterhouse just keeping that in play.
Yeah, just Alex Ray just going for the ball there. Stephen Glass not prepared to put his foot or his head in where Alex Ray's got his foot.
Quite wise too. And it's Kyriakos to Purcell. Oh, nice little flick by him, unlucky. Took a deflection, intercepted by Smith. Poor one by him. Purcell again, but force of numbers against him. It's Gary Caldwell now. Out to Ivan Sproul. Trying to test Kyriakos with his pace. And the defender sticks well to the task. And again, Buffel does well. Full stretch there. Purcell again coming in. The referee keeping a close watch in that situation, but he waves play on, and it's Glass, but now the whistle has gone.
Kenny Clark is going to be one of the most tired people on the pitch, I think, after this one. There's incidents and accidents going on all over the place. The judging there that Stephen Glass was infringed by Alex Ray.
So Smith to Riordan, and what a waste of an opportunity. A basic mistake by Riordan.
Just took his eye off the ball, so slipped out of the game a little bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes. That won't help his confidence too much. Tony
Mowbray doesn't have a notebook over there, but I'm quite sure that might be mentioned at the interval, which is just a few minutes away now. And there's Purcell charging in, and Simon Brown coming to the rescue.
That's where Purcell gives good value, doesn't he? He keeps chasing lost causes and gets Rangers a throw in a dangerous position.
So an opportunity now for Rangers to try and create some pressure. Michael Ball, Arveladze. Breaks down there, and that's good defending by Sproul. Back helping out and relieving the pressure, and that brings a lot of applause from the fans over there in the new men's stand. I appreciate the youngsters' effort there. Joined in January from the Irish Club Institute. He scored just the 1 goal, but it was against Celtic in that recent 3-1 win at Celtic Park, so he's already made his mark in the Scottish game as Ferguson sends that one through looking for Arveladze.
Well, you can see that Hibs and Tony Mowbray have got his tactics absolutely right at the moment. Harry Ferguson trying to thread the ball into Arveladze, frustrating Alex McLeish in his side at the moment, getting bodies behind the ball and making it difficult for Rangers to advance down the field.
So the clock ticking down in this first half on Rangers. There's about a minute of added time. So it's Kyriakos heading that one out of play. He's had a solid enough game so far this afternoon. 25 years of age, Kyrgios, Greek international player, joined from Panathinaikos in January. There's Turso doing well again, through for Thomas Buffel. Novo supporting on the right-hand side. Turso keeping his run going. Still it's Novo, jinking away first of all from Murray and then trying to get away from Smith, and down he goes. And the free kick has been awarded. Smith claiming a bit of a dive there by Novo, but there was certainly contact.
Yeah, clever play by Novo as he nips in and out here on the right-hand side, and he's looking for the foul at this point because he's going nowhere fast. Gary Smith got too close to him there, allowed Novo to get the foul.
Gary Smith is one of the old heads, and he was certainly caught out there. And certainly psychologically, Trevor, this would be a great time for Rangers to get a goal, because it would certainly make Celtic think again.
Yeah, I think that's important, because whatever happens here as well, of course, will feed back to Fir Park as well, and that could be very interesting should Rangers score from here.
So, the opportunity for Rangers, the clock ticking down. We're into stoppage time here in the first half at Easter Road. A lot of movement inside the area. Ball sends it across. Marvin Andrews is up there, but a disappointing end to it of Rangers, who really failed to capitalise.
Yeah, an inch or two in it. The ball comes in from Michael Boss, a decent ball, but Marvin Andrews is having to go backwards just to get it. Slightly overhit for him, and can't take advantage.
Well, the Ibrox club have won the last 10 meetings with Hibernian, scoring freely. 28 goals to Hibs 6, but this afternoon so far, with the first half just about to draw to a conclusion, Rangers toiling to put Hibs under any real pressure, and there in fact goes that half-time whistle. So the players leaving the field, Dado Turso there giving his all, so too has Riordan, but Trevor, it really has been a first half full of endeavour, not a lot of skill, but I think exactly what we thought it would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no goals obviously, but I think Tony Mowbray and his team will be going in quite happy. Certainly the Hibs fans who were on their feet at half-time, clapping the players off. But yeah, Rangers have got it all to do. They need to find that goal. Hibs have thwarted them so far, really nullified the attack as far as Rangers go, apart from that chance for Novo. But yeah, still all to play for.
Just looking, Trevor, at the Rangers bench, you know, it's early doors yet, but is there anyone there you could see that perhaps Alec McLeish will be thinking about at this stage, or will he stay with the same 11?
I think he will give this team you know, another 15-20 minutes to do something, have a chat, maybe change things slightly, and then go and try and change things.
It's Setanta Sports in association with PartyPoker.com, the biggest poker room in the world.
So referee Kenny Clark just having a look around now, checking with his officials as this crowd, a full house here just about at Easter Road, settles down for the second half. As I said, let's hope someone can put their foot in the ball, just like O'Connor is now, just camp things down a little bit, create a few openings, and perhaps both sides can serve us up a few goals. But there has certainly been no lack of effort here this afternoon. Hibs' last league win over Rangers was in October 2000. David Zitelli scored the only goal, and the Hibs manager was Alex McLeish. Hibs have had a lean spell against the Ibrox club, but they did beat Rangers last season in the League Cup semi-finals and penalties, although they went on to lose that final to Livingston. So Rangers in possession, bright sunshine now around Easter Road. Perfect playing conditions. And there's Murray, Ian Murray, who's been linked with Rangers, could well be joining them over the next few weeks. It'll certainly be a loss to Hibernian if he goes. Once again, you see the pace of Ivan Sproul.
Just having a quick look at formations after this half-time break, and nothing seems to have changed. Everybody seems to be taking up more or less the same positions as they did in the first half. So Alex McLeish, I think, will stick with what his team gave him in the first half. I think looking for more from Barry Ferguson, more from Alex Ray. Thomas Buffel we did see, but not enough from those guys.
Resolute defending again by Hibernian, and almost releasing Gary O'Connor, but Kyrgios is there and does well, making up good ground here. And Barry Ferguson getting the slightest touch. Taking the return, it's Ferguson on the edge of the area, twisting and turning, trying to find the opening, but crunching challenge going in there from Murray. And once again, Hibs can build something here through Riordan. Into Boozlin, just a bit short with that layoff though, allowing Michael Ball to step in. And he's caught there by the Hibernian player. Now he'll have to be careful, he was yellow carded in the first half.
Good play from Michael Ball, coming forward confidently with the ball. It's a touch there from the Hibs player, brings him down.
So a free kick is quickly taken, comes to nothing, and Hibs trying to build something again. Rickson stretches in. Murray it is with the throw-in, stealing more than a few yards there. Actually settling for throwing it to glass. Cleared by Rickson. The attempt by Ray. It breaks now for Thomas Buffel, but he's quickly closed down there by Scott Brown. Ray lays it off now to Ferguson. For Purcell. First time touch by him, it's a good one, it's Buffel now. Buffel coming right through and goal. And that's another terrific challenge there by Whittaker. Well, he had a very good challenge in the first half, and that was a goal-saving challenge. And as Hibs break at the other end, the flag has gone up below us. But what an opportunity for Buffel there, and it was good build-up play by Rangers.
Yeah, lovely play. This is the all-important touch from Purcell. It was a superb touch. Buffel looked to have an opportunity. The ball got under his foot there, but Gary Caldwell, full credit to him, got his foot in.
So the referee now is going to take some action, and that's Murray. Ian Murray has been shown the yellow card, so he becomes the second Hibs player, and involved there with Nacho Novo. Kenny Clark administers the second yellow card of the afternoon. Free kick to Rangers. It's Michael Ball to take it. Again, a lot of movement inside the penalty area. A lot of pushing and shoving. Marvin Andrews stretching for that one. Kyrgios is there as well, but eventually it goes behind. And the assistant referee indicates corner kick. The referee agrees.
Yeah, the ball's come in here. Too much air on it there from Michael Ball. Nobody's going to get power on that. Marvin Andrews couldn't quite reach it. Comes up Caldwell.
So Fernando Rickson it is. He comes across to this near side to take this one. And towards the near post, not a great effort. But Buffel does well to retain possession, plays it to Ray, the high one by him. Again trying to find Purser. Here's Barry Ferguson. Touched by Kyrgios, has stayed well forward. Hibs trying to build a counter-attack here. Rickson going for that one. And winning the throw-in. You can see the urgency about Rickson as Michael Ball sends that one forward. Aberdeen have gone a goal ahead against Hearts. And Byrne, Richie Byrne, the scorer there for the Dons. Of course, it would take a Hibernian defeat and a 6-goal turnaround for Aberdeen to get that European spot. So Hibs still in a very comfortable position here, battling hard against Rangers. Both teams still with absolutely everything to play for as Barry Ferguson sweeps that one forward. You see the commitment of Gary Caldwell. Now it's a shot at Avaladze, sending in an awkward ball there. And here's Nacho Novo laying it off. And what an opportunity for Thomas Buffel. And Alec McLeish knows that.
Well, good play from Nacho Novo, certainly reading the ball as it came across from Avaladze. Novo read it there and burst forward, played Buffel in nicely. And maybe it was a left-footed shot that Buffel needed there. Waited for the ball to come across his body, and the opportunity went to begging.
Well, he's been in goal-scoring form recently, 3 goals in the previous 2 games. £2.3 million Alec McLeish paid for him from Feyenoord in January. He was at Feyenoord from the age of 16 and made his debut in an Old Firm game, Scottish Cup tie at Celtic Park, which ended in defeat. So it was a disappointing start for him. I wonder if it's going to be a disappointing end in the Championship today. Again, Aberladze fighting his corner and getting the throw in. Quickly taken now. It's Michael Ball. Kyriakos. Looking for Ball again. Easily defended by Hibernian. This is Alec Ray for Rangers. Rickson. Ray again. Hibs getting just about everyone behind the ball except O'Connor, who's on a run now. And the goalkeeper's committed himself here and has to improvise, and still well off his line as Hibs try to get forward.
Well, Batteris did well as he came out. As the ball held up, he knew he had to make the challenge with his head, and he did it pretty well. Gary O'Connor could have got him into that challenge, but Batteris was committed.
Yep. Using his experience there. But O'Connor again showing the threat he possesses. He was the only Hibernian player in front of the ball. Everyone closing Rangers down in midfield, and he was ready there to make the run when the ball come over the top. And Rickson's under a bit of pressure now from Riordan.
Rickson under a bit of pressure there, running towards his own goal. But Rangers are certainly not dominating Hibs by any stretch of the imagination.
As Aberdeen go 2-0 ahead. Adams the scorer of goal number 2. Here come Rangers. Novo can't quite get on the end of that one. It's Andrews following up though. A layoff from Ray. This is Michael Ball as Rangers seek to break the deadlock here at Easter Road with just over 54 minutes played. And again, it's comfortably cleared by the Hibernian defence by Whittaker. And steps Ferguson for Rangers. At Chernovo, wide on the right-hand side. Well, there's Fernando Rickson falling to the ground as there was a bit of a challenge from Riordan. The referee spotted it. So what is the referee going to do about this? These two players have been at one another for most of this game.
Yeah, Rickson just trying to get forward. Riordan trying to cover him at the same time. I don't think there was much in it. A bit of a collision, but not that much, I would say.
And the referee agrees with that, Trevor. He just had a quiet word with the Hibernian player, and he's allowing play to go on. And Kenny Clark, he's already an experienced official. You can see the FIFA badge there, but with the retirement of Willie Young and Hugh Dallas, two well-kept faces, there'll be more bigger matches for him on the domestic scene as well. Here comes Sproul now trying to get through to a corner, and Kyriakos does just enough to get that one out. And in fact, the referee has awarded a free kick to Hibernian.
Yeah, even Sproul doing very well here. Didn't give up the fight. And eventually, that challenge from Michael Ball was foul committed. And now this is a very interesting position, isn't it, for Hibs? Bang in the middle of the goal. Maybe what, about 22, 23 metres out. Very difficult one to line up a wall for, because Vatterhaus will find himself asking which corner of the goal is he going to actually cover here.
I think Stephen Glass and Riordan, who are in close proximity, both carry a threat from this kind of range. Glass, of course, with that left peg of his that we mentioned, and Riordan as well can fire him. So the goalkeeper has got to be alert here. You've got one player who can bury it up in the right-hand corner, one who can fire it to the other. So Waterhouse is happy now. It's Riordan who sends it in. And again, it's a bit of a wasted opportunity. Not too many set pieces in this game.
Yeah, he's The line was right, but the height was wrong. Maybe a little bit too near the goal to get it up and down quickly enough.
"44 goals in 103 appearances for Hibernian as Eric Riordan, but he's toiling a bit this afternoon. There's certainly nothing wrong with his commitment and overall play, but in front of goal, still nothing from him or his teammate Gary O'Connor. 0-0 here at Easter Road with almost 57 minutes gone. And there's a very committed challenge by Marvin Andrews. And the referee just halting things now. And Gary O'Connor on the end of that one. Andrews goes over to diving late there.
Yeah, that was nip and tuck. I think not much in that. Andrews has got the ball. Gary O'Connor following through. Has caught the boot of Andrews, if anything. When that ball was very late on Gary Smith as well. I don't think Kenny Clark saw that one.
Once again, Kenny Clark handling the situation well, keeping calm heads all around him. Rangers trying to build something through Everlads. It's laid off now to Kyriakos, who has to commit himself. He does well, gets it away from Brown, through to Purcell, a little touch by him. Buffalo again, he's got Novo on the right side, then comes that to Novo, drives it across, and Purcell in there at the near post, and Novo is absolutely delighted with himself. And Alec McLeish has a lifeline here at Easter Road. Novo spotted coming in on the right-hand side, nicely.
Yeah, Thomas Buffalo here, Jerry's done exceptionally well, very composed, waiting for Nova to make up the ground. He's fired it in, comes off a Hibs defender. I'm not sure there was, I think it was Ian Murray as he came across, and just Colwell gets the last touch, takes it past Simon Brown. And I didn't think the goal was coming, I didn't feel like the goal was coming. One bit of quality play from Buffalo and Novo, and Alex McLeish is a happier man.
And Caldwell certainly had to commit himself there because Purcell made the near post run. And
no bodies yet. There's certainly bodies coming in, and Caldwell was committed. He had to try and make some kind of contact. The contact he's made wasn't good enough.
It really is going along at a fair old pace here. Rangers have the lead, but just look again at Gary O'Connor's effort. He appears to have recovered from the Marvin Andrews challenge just before Rangers' goal.
Well, it certainly keeps it interesting now. Well, there you go, Nacho Novo, 25th goal of the season. An excellent purchase for Alex McLeish this season. Well, with that goal, it just brings the whole thing alive again. Eyes again towards Fir Park and Pataudry.
So that's 25 goals for Nacho Novo, his 19th in the league campaign, and he ends a drought of 9 SPL matches without a goal, and suddenly Alec McLeish has become very animated. And of course, if Motherwell were to grab an equaliser and Rangers held this, well, it's a different story altogether. So the pressure building around the country. Aberdeen leading Hearts by 2 goals to 0. So the referee stepping in again here, and things getting a bit busier now. And Riordan now shown the yellow card.
More for consistent fouling, I think, than that particular incident. It wasn't too malicious on its own. He would have got the yellow, but with 3 or 4 other infringements that he's had in the last 25 minutes or so, that's enough for Kenny Clark to give him the yellow.
So that's 3 Hibs bookings: Riordan, Murray and Boslin. Kyriakos now for Rangers. This is Alec Ray. Well, that OG by Gary Caldwell, he didn't really know much about it. Novo driving the ball in from the right-hand side after a little flick by Purcell, and good play by Thomas Biffel. And that puts a different complexion right across central Scotland this Sunday afternoon.
In truth as well, Jerry, it wasn't looking like Rangers were going to break down this Hibs defence. So just that one bit of good play, a bit of composure, and that was enough to do it.
There's Purcell getting the touch, trying to bring Buffel into the game, but Hibs defending the situation. It's Michael Ball for Rangers, sending it through now to Aberladze. He's got Purcell on the left, that's where it goes. Purcell closed down, and Whittaker's there, and Purcell made it rather easy for him there. Kyrgios. Well, not going anywhere fast, has to knock it back to Michael Ball. In towards Barry Ferguson. Tries to pick out Nacho Novo. A bit ambitious with that one. And Hibs trying to counter-attack. It's O'Connor. So it looks as though there's a change coming up. Conte for O'Connor in the Hibernian lineup. So play goes on. It's Fernando Rickson. Now it's Alec Ray. Laid off by Aberladze. Ray again. Trying to pick out Purcell, but it breaks now for Barry Ferguson. Hibs again with absolutely everyone behind the ball. Ferguson for Novo. Aberladze breaks now for Michael Ball, but they can't capitalise. And a chance now for the Hibs counter-attack. It's Sproul, but Kyrgios gets his body right across him. And well, Sproul has a problem now. I think hamstring has gone, and he's on the ground. And Hibs are about to make a change. In any case, they might have to rethink things, but just as Kyrgios ran across him there, perhaps a bit of cramp read again now, but he certainly went down. He was in a bit of agony.
Yeah, well, I hope it's more cramp than it is a hamstring pull. Yeah, it looks pretty high up on the back of his leg. More likely to get cramp in his calf muscles than it's high up there.
So it looks as though Tony Mowbray is having a rethink here now with that injury to Ivan Sproul. So they're going to bring on Dean Shields. So Tony Mowbray having to think quickly on his feet here. The best laid plans. He was just about to send on Conte. So Sproul made that long busting run there, trying to get away from Kyrgios, but it's a replacement now for Sproul. So Tony Mowbray forced into a rethink there, Trevor.
Yeah, it just shows you what can happen in football. His thinking was to freshen up front, bring it off O'Connor. But with that incident, Tony Mowbray has decided just to make that change. Sproul coming off, bringing on Dean Shields, see what kind of impact he can make.
So Dean Shields, just 20 years of age, Northern Ireland-born player, signed from Arsenal last year. And there he is, signed a 3-year deal, and 6 goals and 42 appearances for Hibs so far. And he's a nippy little player. He could certainly cause Rangers a problem or two. So Tony Mowbray's management skills tested there. And he's responded, and he'll be hoping he's made the right decision as Waterhouse launches the high one forward. Laid off there by Buffel to Ferguson. Purcell. Ferguson keeps his run going, but didn't defend that well. Gary Caldwell getting the touch, and O'Connor very much in his own up there, fighting the good fight.
Well, of course, Hibs just need to keep this scoreline pretty much as it is, and they should be secure in their UEFA Cup slot. Rangers don't need more goals either. They need something else to happen between Motherwell and Celtic. So They find themselves in a little bit of a strange position here.
So it's Nacho Novo again, and that's headed high in the air by Gary Smith. Murray gets a touch on it, and Buffle's in there again fighting. Here's Rickson. There's more urgency about Rangers since that goal. So we understand that Conte will come on for a corner shortly, but Tony Mowbray had to make sure that he kept 11 players on the field. So Hibernia 0, Rangers 1 here at Easter Road, Motherwell 0, Celtic 1 at Fir Park, and Aberdeen 2, Hearts 0 at Pittodrie Stadium. And there's Riordan just keeping that in play, headed down by Barry Ferguson. Rickson back now towards Marvin Andrews, cross for Kyrgiakos. Michael Ball has made himself available, wide left. His space quickly closed down though by Dean Shields. Kyrgiakos again. Well, they're firing high balls in at Nacho Novo, which is not exactly what he wants. And you saw what he could do on the right-hand side when the ball was played into him. So Hibs will make that change now. O'Connor going off. And it's Amadou Conte who takes the field, 24 years of age, born in Mali. He spells at Strasbourg and Porto. Left just before the chosen one, Jose Mourinho, arrived. And he finds himself now in the colours of Hibernian. And right away he gets involved in a scrap with Marvin Andrews. So Hibs have a couple of players on the field that will certainly, should certainly pose questions for this Rangers defence. A bit of extra height and the nippiness of Shields.
I think as far as Hibs are concerned now, it's all about having a controlled performance, not letting Rangers get anything else at that end, and just keeping it solid. And certainly as we've seen, Rangers still be throwing balls forward from deep, and that's falling right into the hands of Hibs. They'll be quite happy with that.
Because there is a 3-goal turnaround already, Trevor. With Aberdeen scoring twice and Rangers being one up here. It takes a 6-goal margin, so Hibs still have a bit of work to do, and they've got the free kick. Can they capitalise this time? But again, it's a disappointing set piece, and Tony Mowbray must be absolutely raging down there. They work all week on the training ground on these opportunities, and Hibs have been hugely disappointed. Well,
he doesn't look frustrated, does he?
He manages a smile, but they've been quite poor in their attempts from set pieces this afternoon.
Yeah, the set pieces haven't been great, and there was another effort there from Riordan, which was well overhit. But I do think it's about Hibs now just battening down the hatches, really working hard, and they have put the Rangers midfield under a lot of pressure. There's no question about it. Colwell's been very good in the back as well, and Whittaker there who pumps the ball forward.
So referee has intervened, and it's a free kick for handball, I think. More or less on the halfway line. Kyrgiakos coming across there and closing down Shields. So free kick it is, and it's Gary Caldwell to take it. Angle ball, but it's food and drink for Marvin Andrews. It's headed on by Nacho Novo. Buffle get himself involved again. It breaks for Barry Ferguson. Still Rangers continue to lead here at Easter Road by 1-0 with just over 70 minutes gone. Celtic still one ahead at Motherwell. Aberdeen leading Hearts 2-0 at Pittodrie. And it's Averladze now trying to get forward. He's outnumbered though. Shields makes himself available on the right-hand side. He's still there for Whittaker, but Whittaker just keeping things as calm as possible. That's Brown. Guzman. Michael Ball stepping in. Brown giving it to Glass. Smith. Nice little touch through to Glass again. Murray. Good stringing the passes together, but well, trying to pick out Conte there, but just not finding him. Now it's Barry Ferguson for Rangers. Kyrgiakos He's got Michael Ball there. Aberladze's just ahead of him. This is shot at Aberladze. Ferguson. Rickson's available on the right. Well, it's a tour ball forward. I think the intention was to pick out Purso, but he's looking a bit puzzled concerning Rickson's attempt there.
But there again we get a display of Rangers keeping the ball always on the halfway line. Hibs frustrating them. They try to put the ball forward and lose it.
So Antonio Murray, I think, is about to come on for Hibernian. So Tony Mowbray bringing the changes in this second half as Hibs trying to get themselves back into this game. We're now reaching a very interesting point in this championship race. It's been quite amazing, Trevor, you know, when Rangers look back, if they don't succeed this afternoon, they seem to have, I don't know, suffered pressure at home, because that's where they've shared the points and the goals.
Yeah, if you analyse the season, there has been points easily thrown away when you expected Rangers to win, and we'll look back, and if this results don't go for them today, then there'll be a lot of regret, I would imagine. It's only a 1 point, 6 points clear ahead of Celtic, going back 2 or 3 months ago, and allowed Celtic to claw their way back to their supremacy at the moment.
Rangers haven't lost a league game outside of Glasgow for more than a year. February it was last year, a 2-0 defeat to Dundee United. So Stephen Whittaker being the player being replaced by Antonio Murray, we think. Just getting some... it's not Whittaker, it's Beersley, I'm told. We're just getting some information up from the Hibernian bench. Goes off, and on comes Antonio Murray, Italian mother, a father from Cumnock, that perhaps explains the name. Joined Hibs in January from Ipswich, just 20 years of age, and this is his 14th game. Well, it's Marvin Andrews getting the touch forward. Shot at Aberladze, he spots Nacho Novo. It's a high upward ball. Novo does well to control that in a very tight situation. Played off by Alec Ray to Aberladze. Kyrgiakos. Ferguson to Rickson.
Well, again, we're seeing Hibs getting themselves nicely positioned just to close down Rangers, giving them any space. I don't mind them having the ball and playing across midfield, as long as they keep them at arm's length.
But you know, if Rangers were to get another goal here, Trevor, and Aberdeen score another at Pittodrie, suddenly it'll be the nerves of the Hibs fans that they're jangling.
And that's exactly why the Hibs players are doing the defensive duties as closely as they are at the moment.
There are 5 goals in terms of goal difference between Hibs and Aberdeen, but with Hibs scoring more in the goals for column, it actually means that well, that extra goal is required by Aberdeen. Fernando Rickson now for Rangers. Andrews. Ball to Ray. Ferguson. Novo makes himself available through for Thomas Buffel. It's a poor one as he tried to pick out Purso. This is Riordan being challenged by Rickson. Rickson does well. It's Purso now in a very tight situation. Keeps possession well. Barry Ferguson. Novo, who's drifted inside. To Ray. Rickson again. But, well, the referee stepping in here, and Alec Ray's going over to plead a cause here for Nacho Novo. But, the referee calling over the Rangers player. And I think Brown as well.
A little bit of an off the ball incident here. Scott Brown coming through. Nacho Novo, and then a little bit of afters to follow.
Well, Alec Ray spotted that situation and immediately went into Cleed, but he's booked them both. So Brown booked, and also Nacho Novo booked. So you now have 4 Hibernian bookings and 1 for Rangers. Brown, Reardon, Murray and Breslin, and Novo for Rangers. Alec Ray intervening there, trying to plead the cause for his teammate, but to no avail. The referee has administered the bookings, and the upshot is a free kick to Rangers, taken by Barry Ferguson, looking for shot Avaladze, and a clash of heads there, and Avaladze taking a sore one, and Whittaker flying into that challenge. Both players going for the ball, and a bad clash of heads there, and you can see both players really distressed as they hit the ground.
That was a sore one for both players, and both of them went for it fair and square. The ball was floated out from Barry Ferguson. Just wonder what Alex McLeish is thinking now. His team are in the position that he wanted to have them in after 90 minutes now. And as I look at the Rangers players, I find Dado Perso find himself quite often on the right-hand side. Rangers don't have to go and get more goals. That's going to play to Hibs' cause as well. A player for me who has been impressive, Avaladze certainly was so in the first half, has been Thomas Buffon. He's the one player that I've liked the look of, certainly through the first half. And the second half is nice and sharp and done very, very well. Somebody took a little while to find his feet with Rangers, but certainly Alex McLeish will be thinking that £2 million will be quite well spent.
Well, there was a bit of criticism of Alec McLeish for not starting Buffon in the final Old Firm game of the season, but he had his reasons. Meanwhile, thankfully the players have recovered, and the match is underway again. Still Rangers lead here by 1-0. Celtic still leading Motherwell by 1-0, and Aberdeen leading Hearts by 2-0. So the referee intervening once more, and it's a free kick to Hibernian. Brown over the ball, but leaving it now to Ian Murray. The Hibs fans trying to lift their team here, get them back into this game. Hibs is still on course for third place and the European spot. It's cut out by Avaladze. Touch from Brown, now it's Whittaker. Shields. So they'll turn there by Antonio Murray, and the shot going in from Stephen Glass. And that had Ronald Waterhouse scrambling a little bit.
Well, better play from Hibs. Stephen Glass on his favoured foot. Couldn't quite find the target. But a little bit better again from Hibs. They're not going to throw bodies forward. And they're going to maybe get 1 or 2 opportunities from 25-30 yards. Tony Mowbray will be happy if one of those ended up in the net, surely.
So just under 10 minutes, plus stoppage time left here at Easter Road on this final league day of the season, the championship deciding day. And it's Fernando Rickson for Rangers. As things stand, Celtic will take their 40th championship, but there could be dramas ahead. We've seen so many of these final days, and what nerves can do to players, how things can change so quickly. And if you look at the scenes in England last week, various dramas that happened there, anything can happen. This is ball for Rangers. Avaladze. Kyriakos. Rangers content to keep possession. They've done the job, as Trevor was saying. They need something to happen elsewhere. Rangers seeking their 150th league win over Hibs and hoping it does lead to a 51st championship. The first one incidentally shared with Dumbarton.
Well, the game's just in a pattern of Rangers possession at the moment. Hibs players just back in numbers. Kyriakos seen a lot of the ball. So if the game ends like this, both teams, certainly Hibs go away happy, and Rangers' eyes will go immediately across to Fir Park.
Kyriakos for Rangers. Well, Avaladze and Whittaker go in again for that. They've recovered from the head knocks they received. Avaladze still battling hard for the Rangers' cause. Well, Rangers clinched the 35th league title here back in 74-75 to halt Celtic's 9 in a row run. And the young Alec McLeish was here at the Rangers' end, we're told, that day before he went on to glory with Aberdeen. It was a fantastic day that for Jock Wallace. But time now running away for another glory day for Rangers. It's what's happening now at Fir Park that's taking precedence. It's still 1-0 to Celtic. Chris Sutton, the scorer of that goal. Aberdeen continue to lead Hearts by 2-0. Vernon Adams, the scorer there. And here it was an own goal by Caldwell, which gave Rangers the lead, but it was excellent build-up play by Rangers involving Buffel, Torso and Noble. Barry Ferguson was involved in the move as well. He gets a touch on it there to Alec Ray. It's Andrews, and Rangers just keeping possession. And hoping that there's an explosion of noise from their fans away to our left. So Andrews now decides to launch the high one forward. Buffel challenges for it. Purso's there, but it comes to nothing for Dada Purso. Excellent scoring record against Hibernian. 20 goals in all this season. And a year ago, this very week, he played in the Champions League final, you remember, for Monaco. And Purso will also be remembered for his 4 goals in the 8-3 Champions League game against Deportivo. But here he's fully concentrated and making sure that Rangers take the 3 points, and hoping against hope that Motherwell, under former Ranger Terry Butcher, can do a big favour. Motherwell have been struggling in recent weeks, though, to get a fit team in the park. A lot of injuries, a few suspensions, and that was very much in evidence at Ibrox Stadium last week when they were down 4-1 to Rangers. That was a result that certainly gave Rangers a goal difference cushion, but unless something dramatic happens now at Fir Park, Celtic will be the champions. So just about 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. And it's Whittaker now for Hibernian. Looking for Conte. He's challenged by Ray. Ray is still committed there, and he wins the free kick for Rangers.
Yeah, Conte does quite well there. As the ball breaks, just holds on to Alex Ray. And Kenny Clark gives the Rangers midfielder the free kick. But Alex McLeish came here to get a victory. That's how it stands at the moment. And very muted Rangers support at the moment. They know it's not going their way at Fir Park. So whatever happens here, once it stays like this, it's not going to be good enough.
A lot of nail-biting going on in that stand, which is housing the big Rangers support here this afternoon. So Kyriakos in possession, across now for Ball. Kyriakos. So it's Kyrgios now, reluctantly crossing the halfway line. So Rangers looking for the miracle. A goal by Motherwell. They've done the job here by the look of things. As things stand, this suits both Hibernian and Rangers, if only Motherwell can pinch a goal from Celtic at Fir Park.
So despite this game almost fizzing out, anything could still happen. Certainly if something happens at Fir Park, Motherwell snatch one, it's all systems go again here. So the players are actually just sort of going around on this game as if waiting for something to happen elsewhere. And Rangers reluctantly going forward, Hibs reluctantly coming out of their second half.
So the tension can be felt around the ground here as Avalatze breaks forward now for Rangers. Twisting and turning, trying to get in the cross, does so, it's just beyond Thurso. And it's Brown getting Hibs forward now. So we're told there'll be a couple of added minutes here. Alec McLeish looking for a miracle here, and he'll be thinking back to, well, a huge roar goes up in the stand, the Rangers stand here, and Motherwell, we are told, have scored. Well, this is absolutely remarkable. The Rangers fans are going mad here. Motherwell have scored against Celtic at Fir Park to make it 1 goal apiece. And McDonald, the scorer for Motherwell, will show you that goal as soon as we can. Suddenly, this goal could mean the championship for Rangers. Hooked away beyond the goalkeeper. And there's absolute bedlam here at Easter Road. I don't think anyone can believe this. It's been a pass-the-parcel championship. We were just talking there, Trevor, about Rangers losing 2 points at home to Inverness Kelly Thistle, losing 3 points at home to Dundee United, losing the last Old Firm game of the season to Celtic, and yet here we are now, just minutes away.
Well, it's an absolutely amazing game. Alex McLeish, well, the gods are looking down on him, aren't they? If it ends up like this, Rangers claim the championship.
Well, I remember 2 years ago when Rangers won it in goal difference, Trevor. I was doing the commentary at Ibrox Stadium. That game finished, Celtic was still playing at Rugby Park, and there must have been a couple of minutes before the final whistle went there, and the tension was incredible. It looks as though it could be that way again this afternoon. Or will Celtic respond and grab something very late? But Celtic at one point had a 7-point lead in this championship. They let it drift. They then got a 5-point lead, and they've let that drift. And this will be just quite amazing. I think I said earlier, from an unremarkable season, it might be a remarkable final day. So we're into the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Of course, everything depends. 3 minutes, in fact. With 3 minutes at Fir Park. So we're keeping you right up to date with everything that's going on. Aberdeen still leading by 2 goals to 0 up there at Pittodrie against Hearts, but all eyes fixed now on Easter Road and Fir Park. It's Hibernian 0, Rangers 1. It's Motherwell 1, Celtic 1.
And you know, the strange thing is, despite that goal in there at Fir Park, has not changed the game here at all. Hibs are still happy just to sit out the rest of the game, as are Rangers.
The tension is unbearable here, and I'm quite sure it's the same at the far end of the country. As Trevor said, if Alec McLeish wins this one, he could go on to win a few more, because while Rangers have scrapped throughout the season to keep in touch, this will be remembered as one that Celtic let slip, not once but twice. The referee looks at his watch there. Alec McLeish is signalling here. Motherwell scored again, McDonald again. It's Motherwell 2, Celtic 1. It's incredible, it's unbelievable. Look at the celebrations there. What a turnaround here this afternoon. You could never have imagined this. Rangers were happy just to keep possession, hoping for an equaliser. They haven't got one miracle, they've got two, and it looks as if Rangers are about to win a most unlikely championship, and it's all over. And Alec McLeish is swamped by his backroom staff. Fans are going mad here. The stewards will do well to keep order. Well, the faces tell it all. They cannot believe it. Rangers are champions of Scotland for the 51st time in their history. And Alec McLeish returns to the ground. He brought a number of these young Hibs players. Alec Ray come back in the hope of winning a medal. I've got to say, I was among many that never thought Rangers could come back and win this. And Celtic must be absolutely shattered at Fir Park, but this is about Rangers now. So to a man, the Rangers fans have stayed in the stand, as you would expect, just in front of the Rangers players. Quite a number of Hibs fans have stayed behind as well to enjoy their day. And the manager receives his medal. Jan Wouters is there as well. He just signed a new one-year contract. Who knows, the happenings of today might mean longer contracts all round. Remember, Alec McLeish was in fairly serious depths at one point earlier in this season, but he's managed to claw his way back. Won the League Cup, matched Celtic in terms of the Old Firm games, but it looked as though he'd be undone by other matches until the final minutes this afternoon. Rangers had done what they had to do. They needed a miracle from elsewhere, and Motherwell produced not just one goal for them, but two. And Rangers are champions of Scotland. I've seen a lot of these final days, and this one will certainly be up there with the rest of them in terms of the intensity, the sheer drama. And Shot Avaladze in the foreground there was certainly one of the star performers this afternoon. Fernando Rickson needing a bit of a help up. It's a very heavy trophy, but he'll manage it. Rangers champions for the 51st time. So Barry Ferguson held the trophy as captain 2 years ago. Fernando Rickson has it today. And Alec McLeish, with Andy Watson and Jan Wouters, will have, I suspect, the mother of all parties tonight, as will these supporters here and the ones watching on television around the world.
And if you still can't believe it, here are the facts and figures which confirm it. Rangers champions by a point from Celtic, 93 to 92. It all turned on the final day. Hibs and Aberdeen finish level on 61, but Hibs go into Europe courtesy of goal difference. Hearts stay on 50, Motherwell move on to 48. It was some day. Rangers are champions. Bye for now.